Hello, dear friends and subscribers of the Empirelands channel. In this video, we're going to take a trip back in time and take a look at the largest empires in history up to the end of the 5th century AD. Are you ready? Because we're about to see which empires grabbed the most land and which kings colored the most maps. If you're interested in history and the past of these peoples and want to learn more about it, join us as we explore 10 of the largest empires up to the end of the 5th century AD. Of course, if historians back then had been as precise as they are today, maybe we wouldn't have to read so many books now. 1. The Achaemenid Empire, the first Persian empire, which reached its peak under Xerxes I. This empire was so vast that it stretched from the Crimean Peninsula to the Indus Valley. If Xerxes had wanted to travel from one end of the empire to the other, he probably would have had to walk for years. With 8.5 million square kilometers, this was the largest empire in the world at the time, and it lasted for 220 years, almost as long as a turtle's lifespan. 2. The Sasanian Empire. The Sasanian Empire reached its peak under the rule of prominent kings like Shapur I, Shapur I, and Khosrow I, both in terms of territorial expansion and cultural achievements. This empire covered an area of 6.5 million square kilometers and lasted for 427 years. It seems Shapur I and his friends were real masters of time management because, even today, some people can deliver a week-long project on time. 3. The Han Dynasty from 206 BC to 220 AD. This dynasty ruled for so long that people thought the Chinese calendar might have a technical glitch. Under Emperor Wu of Han, the borders expanded to 6.5 million square kilometers, so large that even map readers would say, "Enough already, we're tired." In short, the Han proved that you can have both grandeur and 400 years on the throne while still being popular, as long as you don't tax people too much and throw a fireworks festival every now and then. 4. The Macedonian Empire at its peak under Alexander the Great. This empire spanned about 5.2 million square kilometers. It included parts of Greece, Asia Minor, Egypt, large portions of the Middle East, and even parts of India, especially the Indus Valley. Alexander's empire didn't last long, and after his death, it was divided among his generals like a pizza. It seems Alexander advanced so quickly that he didn't have time to write a will for his empire. 5. The Maurya Empire. This empire, which emerged in India, reached its peak under Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BC, covering about 5 million square kilometers. After 139 years of rule, it gradually disintegrated by 185 BC. Ashoka was probably so busy promoting peace that he forgot to think about the longevity of his empire. 6. The Roman Empire. The Roman Empire reached its peak under Trajan. It was so vast that even the Romans probably said, "Forget it. How are we supposed to manage all this land?" With 5 million square kilometers, this empire ruled for so long that even historians probably said, "Is it still not over?" The Roman Empire began around 509 BC with the founding of the Roman Republic, then became an empire in 27 BC, and lasted until the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD. If we consider only the imperial period excluding the Republic, it lasted about 500 years. 7. The Jin Dynasty. This empire, located in East Asia, reached its peak under Emperor Sima in 280 AD after conquering Eastern Wu, covering 4.7 million square kilometers. The Jin Dynasty lasted from 266 to 420 AD, about 154 years in total. Sima was probably the first to realize that conquering lands is easy, but holding on to them is a whole different story. 8. The Xiongnu. The Xiongnu were a tribal confederation where each tribe maintained its independence and was governed by local khans. Their repeated attacks on the Han led to the construction of the Great Wall of China. At its peak, the Xiongnu controlled 4.1 million square kilometers. The confederation lasted about 250 to 300 years. It seems they were the first to realize that walls aren't just for separating neighbors, but also for keeping out uninvited guests. 9. The Hun Empire. The largest contiguous empire in European history. The Huns reached their peak under Attila, who ruled from around 430 4 to 453 AD and expanded the empire to 4 million square kilometers. Of course, if Attila had cared a bit more about the welfare of his people, maybe today he'd be known as the father of the nation instead of the scourge of God. 10. The Hephthalites or White Huns, a tribe of the Huns who settled in Central Asia and were also known as the White Huns. The empire reached its peak under Emperor Hephthalite or Kudokudura, expanding to 4 million square kilometers. It grew so large that even they probably got lost in their own territory sometimes. In total, this empire lasted about 110 years, which might seem short compared to some dynasties. But hey, they made the most of their time. Thank you, dear viewers, for staying with us until the end of this video. I hope I've been able to provide you with useful information, though I am sure all the wars, bloodshed, and twisted history might have been a bit overwhelming. If you're interested in history, wars, and the cultures of different nations, and you probably are, since you've made it this far, please subscribe to our channel and give us the energy to keep going by liking and enjoying our videos. I promise the next videos will be so exciting that even the Hephthalite ancestors will rise from their graves and say, "Wow, what an amazing video." Stay tuned for the next videos. Thank you!